my friends, let her go. I try to pretend I don't hear a single word they've said, let her go. So I've been told, I never listen, I never have. I've got to find out the hard way, that's bad, let her go. So I've been told, let her go. So I've been told, let her go. So I've been told. Usually I'll start off with my drum track, and then I'll either put a bass down also on here with the sequencer, or I'll put a bass track down on the tape deck, and I'll actually synchronize the tape deck to the computer, which enables me to put any analog or any information, let's say vocals or guitars, to the, synchronized to the drums and to the keyboard parts. Now I'll add my keyboard parts. And now I have a basic beginning of a song here. At any one time, I can turn off either the drum and listen to the keyboard parts for mistakes that I might have made, or I can turn off the keyboard parts and just listen to the drums. This enables me to go back over things without having, and repairing them without having to do the whole tape all over again, which saves me a lot of time. Whereas before, the old musicians used to go and record, let's say on the first recording devices that were around, they recorded from the beginning of the song to the end, and if they didn't do it right, they had to do the same thing all over again, which could take them days to get the sound or effect they want to get. But through the use of technology, I can do what took days and minutes. This is what the drum looks like on the computer. These little dots represent an actual drumstick hitting the pad or hitting whatever it's hitting on the drums. Same with, if I change this to a different track, go to my keyboard track, each one of these lines represents my finger holding down a note on the keyboard. As you'll see the keyboard right here, left of the screen, that is the actual note that's being played. And I'll actually have to follow the playback so you can see each note that's actually being hit. The black portion on the top means that's the measure that's being played. I draw it out of my soul and use this technology to get it out to your ears, because I don't have to deal with all of the beers and all of the queers and all the people that don't show up to band practice on time. I've got a drummer in a box. I've got a keyboard player in a can. You know, I've got everything I need right here inside my head and inside my soul, but the only way to get it out to rock and roll is through the use of technology. And then I put it together, and then I give it to the musicians. I say, here, let's see what you can add to this. This is what came out of me, and I use this to get it to your ears, and then let's see how we can work with it. I don't expect to get a finished product out of this with technology, but I plan on getting it to a point where I can take it to the Jimmy Pages of the world and the Eric Claptons and say, here, I need some badass guitar. I need something to just grab the people by the balls and let them hear what I've got to say. But I can't go to those guys until I've got something to show them. You know, I mean, this bullshit about playing on a street corner and getting found these days is about like winning the California State Lottery. I mean, you know, you just don't do that anymore. You don't get found out being a drunk in a gutter someplace and have some record producer walk up to you and say, hey, you sound fucking hot there. You're so hot, I could put $1 million behind you and make you a star. That don't fucking happen. You gotta put the $1 million behind yourself these days. And they won't do it for you. You gotta go out there and get heard yourself. And the only way I can get heard is to get it together. And this is what these tools enable me to do. They enable me to put all these feelings and all these things I've lived and all these days I've spent in the gutters and the streets of San Diego and San Francisco, New Orleans, Chicago, every place I've been. I mean, I've lived like a king, and I've lived like a whatever they are down there on the ground. People with the wine bottles, you know, laying down like this. I said good morning to them quite a few times, right next to them. You know, but this is a lot better. This enables me to get heard by more people and get to grow. I've grown. I'm like a flower, you know. You put water on it, and sooner or later it either fucking grows or it fucking dies. You know, I'm growing. Hopefully I'll keep growing until I die. They put me back in the ground for whence I came. So I've been told. So I've been told.